Greetings everyone! This is actually a milestone because we hit the 20th era review on this channel, and what a way to reach that number with an acclaimed album created in this year. The album BRAT by Charli XCX has been going on headlines for these past months, so I decided to get into listening mode just a few weeks on its release. Produced by A.G. Cook, George Daniels, and other collaborators, they create a special sound to attract the audience. From its astounding marketing standpoint and surging popularity of BRAT Summer, it gained its traction for sure. And now let's get diving into this album to see why the masses love it so much.
Yeah, 360. When you're in the mirror, do you like what you see?
I admit this song is literally single of the single worthy. 360 is all about embracing popularity and knowing you are killing it as an icon, recognizing with its references of various female celebrities and models, and silly comparisons.
I'm your favorite reference, baby. Call me February.
I do not know why, but this sounds like the album cover. From the first beat, I can literally hear the neon green up on my eardrums with those playful synths. It is perfect for a ringtone. The catchiness of the song is unmatched. It is just vibes and very chill and singable as well.
Looking like an icon. Work angles.
360 definitely grew on me as I listened to it more. It is friendly, and what an iconic way to start the BRAT experience.
When I go to the club, I wanna hear this club classics.
Club Classics is a classic. It is literally all in its name, with Charli shouting out producers and her inspirations whose music she would dance to in the club, of course including herself as well.
I wanna dance to AG. I wanna dance with George. I wanna dance to Sophie.
The production is powerful in this one. Like, I cannot for the life of me not move when this song starts. It is so good. Definitely the strongest with the wobbles and euphoric synths. It is just chaotic in a good way. Leaning more onto that catchy factor, she is more so speaking fast throughout. Although I love the trumpeting moment that she did on her vocals in this section.
Yeah, I wanna dance to me.
This is the first song that I gravitated towards. First impressions, it is so pumped up, and I like the energy as regarded track 2. One of the first songs I listened to, and it is just a banger. The first shift in themes of the album, the lyrics pertain to Charli embarrassed for the presence of a person who she feels inferior towards to, blurting out intense thoughts informing of her insecurities. It is a personal one for sure.
Some girl taps my insecurities.
I love the intensity of the production to further emphasize the negative thoughts. You can sense the knife through the sharpness of the sounds.
Quick as
Her vocals match the overall point. She purposefully shouts out and modified it to emulate those strong thoughts in the mind. Vulnerability is one with the track. I really feel the negative thoughts that she expressed, and it is a common occurrence as well to have these when meeting someone.
I might say something stupid.
The first pseudo ballad on the album, it talks about Charli's reflection about her placement in the music industry as a pop artist, talking about her fame and how does think she is just on the background. The production is more of a spacey and dreamlike. It is intentional, like we delve deep into Charli's mind perhaps. Her vocals are vocoded as well. I feel like I appreciate this song as I do see some lyrics relatable. It is normal for the artist to ponder about their fame. The honesty and personal feelings are on the page on the track. Talk Talk is one of a kind. It basically talks about an encounter with her now fiance having trouble in talking face to face, and their friends seem to not know. She feels nervous throughout the whole situation.
But we've been keeping this a secret.
The production itself is pleasing to the ears with its euphoric synths and heartbeat pops. I love the vibey and friendly aspect of it.
Kinda thinking you are
Her vocals are shining in this one. The repetition really solves the other elements, and it makes a grand gesture of a song. Talk Talk is catchy as well. It is kind of a cute way in just wanting to talk to someone. It is a friendly and a banger. Von Dutch is the number one. Going back to the fame, Charli calls out the obsessive people online, especially the haters, how they put on a spotlight on celebrities, which they just live in their own lifestyle and flaunting it to them. Pure confidence and icon behavior in my opinion. There is nothing like this production. I get a sense of cars drifting as they sound similar to the engines and accelerated movement. The beats are scratching a part of my brain. It is so excellent. Her vocals are modified and quite matching to the rest of the elements. It is just a completed set of a perfect track. Von Dutch takes the cake for me. It might be repetitive for some, but I am claiming it as my strut song when I go out along with the others. Great in my opinion, just chef's kiss. Shout out also to the Von Dutch remix with Addison Rae. The added scream and rearranged composition stuck out and had its own universe of the original version. Everything is indeed romantic. The words are about romanticizing every little thing in life. Inspiration I think for the song is her vacation on an island near Pompeii. Every detail she mentions is aesthetic.
Bad tattoos on leather tan skin, Jesus Christ on a plastic sign.
I like the fact that it started out so classy and had intentions for being a ballad. Then it switches up into Brazilian funk beats in the sensation. What a way to go. The delivery being repetitive and the faster tempo fits the song really well. My favorite part is definitely the outro in all of its repeating glory. This song reminds me of Darjeeling from Capri Songs by FKA Twigs. I think someone in a way informed about them having the same producer to create the music. Probably one of my favorites actually. It is top notch and euphoric.
I just wanna rewind.
Rewind is a cool, reminiscing track, going back to a simpler time to never caring about the fame, appearances, and music. She wishes she could turn back time to those carefree days.
Until when I wasn't insecure, to when I didn't overanalyze my face shape.
May sense a little bit of hip-hop sound to this. I love the dynamic parts of it, progressing and bouncy. One part I enjoy is towards the very outro.
Sometimes
vocals are on point, both verses and the chorus. Charli really knows how to blend her deliveries in the track.
Sometimes I really think it would be cool to rewind.
I have a strong appreciation for Rewind. It is quite a fun yet sentimental personal song to listen to.
I can cry, so I cry.
One of the most heartfelt tracks in this collection. So I is referring to her friend, the late Sophie, who was her inspiration and mentor, wishing she could live those moments again with her and letting herself cry to release these emotions. The landscape of dreamy sounds are similar from I Might Say Something Stupid. It is beautifully composed as an electronic ballad. Her voice has never been this emotional, even if it is modified. The distorted outro really did the deed on the deal. Personally, vulnerable and a song from the heart.
It's so confusing sometimes.
One of the most iconic tracks, might I say. Girl So Confusing is how the industry pin and compare female artists against each other. Another addition is talking to a certain person and how confusing their behavior towards them. It is a complex song and it gets more complex in the remix.
Yeah, I don't know if you like me. Sometimes I think you might hate me.
The blend of gritty verses and dance floor chorus emphasizes the conflicting relationship. It is well thought out and basted to the touch.
Girl,
Her vocals are nice on the track, same remarks from the previous vocals on the record. Now let us talk about the Lorde remix. The song gets 10 times more superior than its original in my opinion, with Lorde responding a song about her is the definition of working it out on the remix. On her side, she was struggling with issues which led her to have these conflicting instances with Charli.
I was trapped in hatred and your life seemed so awesome.
In the end, they make up and had a closure to the supposed feud. This is the definition of true girlhood. 𝕬𝕦𝕤𝕚 is a good and underrated pick. She perceives someone who is quite like herself, might be a family member or a friend. With the thought of having kids, she wanted to leave the baggage and complexities out of the picture. Henceforth, generational trauma. I could also hear Apple Green through the sounds. It makes you really gain a sense of auditory delight. Upbeat, the synths rewire something in my brain in a good way. There's like a plethora of bouncing green apples everywhere when I listen to this song. What I love the most is her melodies and deliveries on the track. It is so catchy and a perfect fit to the whole entirety.
I'm gonna drive all night. I'm gonna drive.
Apple is truly one of the hits to skyrocket on BRAT marketing, especially on TikTok. The Apple Dance, man. It is one of the black sheep tracks on the whole album. An intergenerational trauma bop. B2B is a grower and it did grow on the dial, talking about a complicated relationship of the lover going back to back with another woman. A straightforward interpretation. Okay, the song is quite repetitive, so the way to make it move is to make the production go into different places as well. It is on the clubbier side along with club classics, but more smooth rather than intense. Repetition really took over the whole lot, so there is more of a monotone delivery throughout, but it still makes a point. B2B is growing on me as time passes. It is a sleeper and it is an earworm to a fault, honesty. I wish there was more on the content, but we take what we have.
This one's for all my mean girls. This one's for
Mean Girls is an anthem for sure. We have a description of what a typical mean girl would be. Top Vogue model yet self-destructive, Lana Del Rey lover and in her mid-20s. A track especially for them and only them. I find the party anthem thing sampled is a nice touch on the track as well. The piano part is the highlight of the song. It kind of sounds like an anime opening. Her vocals are fine on this one. The track itself is cheeky in a way and not necessarily a diss to the Mean Girls. I do like it with the vibes of being a brat, but I do think people may not like this song very much, but whatever.
I think about it all the time, but I might run out of
The title lived up to its name. It is a single track about wondering for the future and expressing the idea of starting a family one day. Pondering on the chances of becoming a mother, the instrumentals are simple yet do have an experimental edge. I admit her deliveries are odd in this track, but nonetheless, it is okay. A definite song reflecting on status of someday motherhood.
365 party girl. Should we do a little key? Should we have a little line?
If 360 entrances the album in iconic land, 365 closes in that said land with added hardcore drugs. Owning the title of a 365 party girl, Charli invites us to go into the club and bump it out. Cannot get more simpler than that.
No one ever go home, don't sleep, don't eat, just do it on repeat.
The way the production is the highlight of this track really exemplifies the true nature of being a brat. Ringtone quality of 360 gradually transforms into neon green acid to the mix. It is making you have a headache from partying too hard through the sounds. A quality journey indeed. The vocals are repetitive, which matches the vibe of being a all-year party girl. Repeat and repeat, it never stops and it always drops. I cannot believe an album closer is one of the strongest tracks off the album. You can argue this is a 360 remix, but I think it is a song on its own special way. Now for the deluxe tracks. Hello Goodbye gives me heavy nostalgia vibes. Tackles on embarrassment on communication with a partner. The synths and arrangement of the sounds remind me of early 2010s EDM and I do not mind. Refreshing to hear and a clear surprise in the radar. Her vocals are nice and smooth on this one. I love the nostalgic and electric feelings on the track. There are also catchy factors in the bag. For a song about embarrassment, it is a banger.
You wanna guess the color of my underwear?
The most risque and unserious deluxe track. Blabbering on someone to guess the color of the worn undergarment and teasing on what to do with them. It is naughty.
Try it, bite it, lick it, spit it, pull it to the side and get all up in it.
The production is interesting with its heaviness, but it worked well. It is clubby and has that strut catwalk energy similar to 360. A godsend perhaps. She's essentially talking more on the track and she devoured the whole plate. I love her cadence and how her delivery matched the beat. Guess is literally a great song and it becomes extreme when Billy enters the scene. Billy's verse replying to Charlie's question is unexpected. It puts the greatness into another level.
Again, I fit it. Charlie likes boys, but she knows I'd hit it.
I love the duo on the song and the guest remix is too powerful in my opinion. Love the remix more than the original one and a catchy song for sure.
Gonna go spring breakers.
She is absolutely a heathen on this final track. Go Spring Breakers as is in literally committing crimes, iconically if you put it that way. The instrumentals on the track kind of has a ruckus feeling to it. Conflicting sounds really smash the ears in a way. I find her deliveries and flow are kind of okay. Might be my least favorite out of all of the songs, but it fits the bratty theme on the album, I guess. And with that, we have reached the end of Brat. I am open to a lot of artists and Charli no doubt impressed my expectations. The truest of essence of being a brat is not just about being confident, but also being honest and blunt about things. Most of all, the lyrics are straight to the point. Apart from Sympathy is a Knife and Apple, it is easy to digest because the songs are shorter in length and with the consideration in mind, you get to enjoy plus indulge in the music. Speaking of the production, most of them give you a thing to describe on and they are heavily polished. It is called synesthesia, especially with a green color. I imagine a lot of things like the ringtone dial from 360, neon strobe lights from Club Classics, drifting cars from Von Dutch, and bouncing apples from Apple. These sounds are digitized and creative on a way it portrays itself. I adore as well Charli's versatility in her vocals. We have effortlessly talking fast, ranging higher notes, and various repetition to produce catchiness. And the use of modification actually enhanced the listening experience. Cannot stress enough how gorgeous the album is entirely. With those concluding remarks, let us get into my rankings.
Vroom, 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 vroom in a big pink truck. February 10th and I'm gonna pop. I finally met my baby, and a baby might be mine. If I belong here anymore, I say that I love singing these songs you left behind. I said goodbye before you came. This one's for all my meanness. I don't wanna fall right back to us. Maybe you should run right back to us. Wanna turn back time to a different time. You wanna put them in your mouth, pull them all down south. You want people say we're alike, they say we've got the same hair. We twist them and getting nervous. Bumping that beat, 666 with a princess streak. I'm everywhere, and all the things must come from
again and again, fall in love again.
Who the fuck are you? I'm a brat when I'm bumping that. Now I wanna hit my track, are you bumping that?
Now we get into the music video section. The first one is Von Dutch, and what a roller coaster the video was. It is just Charli strutting on the airport and the paparazzi is following her wherever she goes. I love the consistent movement of the handheld camera from the POV of the paparazzi. And we see Charli looking iconic while throwing punches to the cameraman themselves. And they are very resistant throughout. How symbolic and matching to the lyrical content about the spotlight of tabloid. I must say the chaotic energy of the video really took me in the immersion in an exaggerated lens. It ends with Charli on the baggage pickup on the airport mimicking the pose she did on the screen at the start. It goes to show the obsession of celebrity culture. 360 feels like a skit turned into a music video. Starts out with Charli attending a meeting of hot internet girls trying to find their new successor. They eventually picked the waitress and Charli is now starting her song. It follows in clips of Charli doing random stuff like exercising with a glass of wine, posing on top of a hospitalized man, and strutting across a car crash field. You know, the normal things hot girls do. Honestly, the amount of both iconism and female energy radiating on the whole lot. Once again, it plays into humor and exaggeration, but also has an aura of display to the randomity of scenes occurring. We are about to end with the guest remix. Charli starts off dancing in a dirty motel and then a bunch of people showed up doing risque and sweaty nasty things. Then it gets more crazy when undergarments are starting to pile up and fall to the ground. Enter the scene of Billy driving a tractor, a hole in the wall. The two heathens eventually go out and the underwear keeps piling up to gradually turn into a mountain of undies. The video gets chaotic as it progresses and that pretty much is it. I do love the fact that the unused undergarments are donated to charity and I find it fun, wacky, and full BRAT energy to the maximum. The BRAT videos are quite chaotic in presentation. Similar to the songs, they embody the personality of being a brat, unapologetically you, and being an icon in your own merit. We get a lot of exaggerated moments such as beating up the cameraman, randomity of scenes, and the underwear pile. I just love the energy of each video and how short and concise and exaggerated everything is. My only complaint is the absence of BRAT green shown. I just want a hint of neon lights or something. Charli is also stunning and almost all of them are favorites. These are fun and capture the era sensibilities and statement of the word. Let us start by analyzing the BRAT album cover. From a once questionable minimal art piece to an incredible marketing move. This album cover is now iconic for its neon green color and an Arial font of the title blurred into view. The phenomenon of synesthesia helped the album recognize through the color, and it foreshadows also the same color situated in the music itself. What I loved is its unapologetic nature and denying the concepts of design to which it made its success. For some people thinking that the quality might be mediocre, but its status and marketing boomed its legacy through Charli XCX discography. The aesthetics of BRAT revolve around the effortless nature of being a hot girl. Knowing yourself, you're an icon and confident on what you wear to the public without a care of pleasing anyone. There are a variety of looks found in this era. It does not really have a concept which pinpoints the carefree statement. Elements found for the era are switching from your casual looks to fashion-forward stylish outfits to designer couture to pop star staple. It has an endless supply of looks and it really shines Charli as an artist. Makeup also varies along with accessories. I would say my favorite would be her hairstyle. I have curly hair myself and I do like to try and style it if I have time. So let me do a rundown through my top 5 favorite looks from this era. This outfit from the 360 music video is casual BRAT for me. There is a hint of green on that abundance of black. The buckle-studded belt is the highlight of the outfit, and it comes together to knowing iconic self. When I see this picture or any lacy performance outfit, because there is a ton of them, these are just variations, I automatically hear everything is romantic. Lace is a guilty pleasure of mine, and I love how the lace is kind of loose because it is supposed to be intact, perfect to present a romantic yet energetic display. One of the highlight pictures of BRAT, if you associate it to the album, I love the extravagant eye makeup to a much simpler outfit of having a white tee and some jeans. It goes well with the contrast, and the hair just makes it even better. Top 2 for me is the guest outfit is screaming icon behavior of itself. The grungy t-shirt featuring a woman in a bikini strapped with a belt and a mini skirt that is distressed, finished off with some boots, and you finally call your BRAT big spring breaker blowout. Finally, my favorite on this list would be the Von Dutch Supreme. They said to create an ensemble meant to be ripped apart by the end of the spectacle. We have a white sweater under a black jacket, accessorized by shades and a gray scarf, stockings, and some black boots. The piece gradually tears apart when inflicting damage to the cameraman, and by the end we have a bratastical display. My favorite. So what do I think of BRAT? It touches on the honest feelings towards friendships, self-reflections, love, fame, and family, simultaneously emphasizing real conversations with someone, with the exception of 2 songs. The production is the aspect of the strongest merit. Underground, club music, hyperpop, and your typical pop all together to create something experimental yet enjoyable. To showcase its unique integrity, the production alters throughout the progression. Almost every song has a hard-hitting beginning and ending segments. The vocals are quite modified but with a purpose, to which amplifies the electronic club scenery. Use of tuning, vocal effects, and alterations are present. The style of BRAT proves the effortless and attractive nature of the party girl. She can wear whatever she wants and would still look fabulous in her game. BRAT is worth the hype, and those who get it really get it. Charli XCX has never been in my radar until this album. I repeatedly and wholeheartedly listened to this. The successful aspect on the marketing and the music itself really catapulted her fame, and it is such a commendable feat for an artist. Bringing hyperpop and club to the mainstream gained the recognition of the forefront. By the time I am editing this video, Charli announced a remix album for BRAT, and I just wanted to tune in to it, honestly. It is so sad that BRAT summer is over, but the essence of 365 Party Girl is still present and with us non-stop. What do you think of this album? Let me know in the comments below. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe for more content, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching and have an iconic day.